Hello students, how are you? I hope my learners are fine and I am also fine. I hope that your family is also doing well. So, after so long vacation, we are going to connect again, and you must be you must know about that where you entered. Yes, you entered in the 8th class. Which subject? Science. Very good. And who I am? I am your science teacher. Yes, Rukhsar Parveen. Very nice. So I hope at least you have remembered this much. So definitely you have remembered a lot of topics which we have already covered in the previous sessions. So just tell me about your vacations. How you have enjoyed? Have you visited somewhere? Definitely no. Yes. Anything else? Yes. You have enjoyed at your home. I hope that you have done your homeworks as well. And few students have very much advanced, they are doing their advanced work in the holidays, and few students have sent their homeworks very earlier. It means that they have already keen and they were always waiting when to do, how to do. So I hope rest of the students have also enjoyed this. I know that we also not visited anywhere and you also not visited. This year we have spent our vacation at our home. Have we ever thought that we will do this? But it's okay. I hope that so many students have take this as an advantage also. So I hope so many students have enhanced their learning processes, how to learn, what to do in the next classes, and already they have learned that we are going to discuss. So students, you must be thinking why ma'am has worn this mask at home when no one is here. So definitely, do you know that now this time this is our asset. We have to keep it everywhere, anywhere with us. Anytime we don't know what will happen, isn't it? So as you all know that the chapter which we have discussing microorganisms, okay, and as I have seen the homework as well, that few students, as I told you how to make the microscope. Nowadays lab is not here, but still we can do such activities at home. So as I told you, as I shown you the videos that how to make microscope, a lot of students have sent me the photograph that they have actually performed that activity, and I was really happy for that. And I hope that you have also just investigated and research about something which is around you. So let's begin. So our topic that we are going to discuss, that is microorganisms, friends or foe. As COVID-19 is going on, so students must be thinking mostly microorganisms are foe for us. Now this COVID-19 virus is completely foe for us, isn't it? We have to keep staying at our home. If we'll move out, then definitely they will attack on us, isn't it? So it's okay. So before that, we don't think about the negative only. Let's think about something else as well. Okay, so class, what we have discussed kinds of microorganism, like we have done so many categories: bacteria, protozoa, fungi, algae. All these are, and viruses also. These are such kinds of microorganisms. And after that, we have discussed where do they live. As we are the human beings, we are living in the different countries, different regions. So where they are living, they are the smallest tiny particles. So definitely they are living in the air, they are living in the soil, they are living in the water as well. And we have done such activities also, isn't it? Okay, microorganisms and our life. Okay, Naman, what we have done? Yes, we have done useful microorganism, and we have to discuss also harmful microorganism. What we have done in the useful microorganism, how they are useful for us, because nowadays, as if we'll consider the situation, it is completely tell us that microorganism viruses are completely harmful for us. But don't take virus as a part, is a category of the microorganism, isn't it? But there are other microorganisms also which may be good for us, isn't it? So definitely usefulness of the microorganisms we have seen in the food, production of food. Then we have discussed it is very good for production of medicines. antibiotics. Okay, medicines and antibiotics. Now you know, if I'll say that COVID-19 is because of the virus is happening, so here we are using a lot of medicines and antibiotics, which is again made up with the help of the microorganisms. So we can say that they are good as well as bad, so we can balance both of them, isn't it? And what else we have discussed, that it is source of food. They are also source of food, that we are eating such microorganisms like mushroom directly as well. So we cannot say that they are only harmful, they are good for us as well. So after that, such beautiful things, such history of the microbiology we have discussed. So we have discussed such microbiologists as well, that what they were doing, who has discovered this, where they have discovered this. Okay, so Robert Hooke, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, Louis Pasteur, Robert Koch, Alexander Fleming, step by step they have given their theory. Okay, number one, Robert Hooke. First of all, somebody has find out the microorganism is something, small living creatures are living around us in our surrounding. So who has discovered? Robert Hooke. Then Anton van Leeuwenhoek, again he has discovered that different types of the microorganisms. Then Louis Pasteur, he has discovered the fermentation process where we can utilize these microorganisms. Then Robert Koch, again he has given us the theory of germ. Okay, germ theory is given by the Robert Koch. After that, Alexander Fleming came and he has researched on how we can develop the medicines. Basically the problems which are getting, who was discovered by the Robert Koch, who said that they are giving us a lot of diseases and all the thing. So Fleming was the person who has discovered the medicines for these, the antibiotics, the vaccines for these type of the diseases. So all this researches in science is going on according to the situation. If I'll take the example of COVID-19, most of the people are thinking just let it be, just send this virus back to its place. So definitely it can't be happen. Once it's discovered, when it's just survive in the nature, so definitely they will be live forever, isn't it? So we have to find out the solution to make the medicine, to make the vaccine, so that we can protect our body from them, because we cannot eradicate those viruses. We have to protect our body by taking such medicines and vaccines. So our medical team, our lot of biologists, microbiologists are keep on working, keep on researching on the vaccines and medicines, how we can make this and how we can protect our the people, those who are suffering from these diseases. And in future, maybe I, maybe you, maybe we can also be suffer from these diseases. So basically all this recapitulation has been done, and the topic which we are going to discuss in the today's session, that is harmfulness. Okay, because we have discussed usefulness of the microorganism in the previous session, and today we have to discuss harmful, how a particular microorganism can be harmful for our body and how we can protect ourselves from them. Okay, so let's begin with this such beautiful activities. So let's take how harmful microorganisms are occurring. So basically, before starting this topic, I would like to give you a very brief history about it. Do you know what exactly is diseases? Bimariya, actually why we are calling it as a disease? Because it's a kind of a illness which is happening in the human body, plants, animals. That is disease. Okay. Do you know that nowadays we know that COVID-19, this problem is corona disease is happening because of the virus. Okay, so basically in the ancient time, we don't aware about that this type of microorganisms are existing around us, they may create this diseases. So definitely what they were thinking, they were thinking that this is because of the evil spirit inside the human being. मतलब हमारे अंदर कोई बुरी आत्मा आ चुकी है जिसकी वजह से, because we are suffering from this particular diseases. And you have heard this also, that smallpox, chicken pox is happening in some people, that we are saying that this is because of the curse of the God goodness, isn't it? God, that because God has given us the curse, that is why we are suffering from this diseases. So all these things are myth, okay, myths which is not existing. This is just misconception that people has thought, because each and everything around our us in our lifestyle, so everything having such reason, and there is scientific logical reasons that come out, okay. So basically, if I'll say, we should also ask this, an illness of the body, as you all know, an illness of the body in human, animals or plant called diseases, okay, this is called diseases. And the disease causing microorganism, those who are doing those, because of those microorganisms this disease is happening, are called pathogens, and in layman language we are calling it as well germs, but the scientific term is pathogens. Pathogens are those microorganisms, those are harmful for our body, okay, because we know that microorganisms are good for us as well. So we have categorized the disease causing microorganisms as a pathogen. Now we have to discuss disease causing microorganisms in humans here, okay. Now just take an example. For example, Srishti came to me, Srishti came in front of me. Now as the situation is going on, we know that the COVID-19 is going on. If I talk to her, she might be infected and I might be infected from her. We don't know that where she is living, I am living. So what I will do, so basically I'll put the mask on my mouth. Now what will happen? Now whatever I am saying, if a water droplet which is coming out, if I'll sneeze, so it can come out and it can move through other healthy person, and a person will breathe, they will take it, okay. This is one thing. And if I'll say that, for example, I'm going to Srishti and Srishti is suffering from any diseases, microorganism, so if I'll shake hand to her, okay, now what will happen to my hand? Now what came on my hand? My hand is completely full of viruses, lot of bacteria will came on my hand. Now what will happen? If I'll put it on my mouth, if I'll touch my eyes, now what will happen? These microorganisms will enter in my body through these openings. So what I can do here now, it's very good solution here, that we can take this sanitizer, we can put on our hand if we handshake, or if we have any, if we have any kind of soap or liquid sanitizer, we can just rub it, and just it will move out. Now what will happen? All the viruses and microorganisms will go out from my hand and I can touch my face safely, isn't it? This is the way how microorganisms is spread from a infected person through the healthy person. Is it clear? Is spread. Basically, a disease, a microorganism can easily spread from infected person to the healthy person, and what will happen? The healthy person will suffer from those particular disease also. So this is this is happening around us as well. So this type of diseases in which it is spread from infected person to the healthy person, this type of diseases is called communicable diseases, okay, or infectious diseases we can say. So communicable diseases are those diseases which can spread from one infected person to another healthy person. So how they are spreading? The question is here, why we need to wear masks, why we are putting this sanitizer on our hand, why we are just hand wash through the liquid sanitizers. So all these questions are coming, why we need to do such thing. So just let it be. Let's start with the why we need to do this activities. So okay students, so now I hope this topic is clear. What is communicable diseases? Communicable diseases basically which is move from infected person to healthy person, as it is happening in the corona diseases. We are staying at home because if we go out, we don't know who is infected, isn't it? And we can easily grasp those diseases from handshaking. If the person will sneeze, they will directly came out, because microorganism we cannot see from our naked eye. So we should keep it in our mind for safe measure. Now here, how these communicable diseases can be spread. Okay, they are having the different channel through which they can spread. They can spread through air. For example, if a person is suffering from common cold at home, if he or she will sneeze and we are sitting nearby, so definitely their droplet which come out, if I am sitting nearby, so definitely if I'll breathe, those droplet can come through my nose and mouth and can enter my body. Okay, and then again I'll also infect it. So we have to take care of this. Then spread through carriers. This is very important. Spread through carriers. What is carriers? Carriers are basically, we can say, agents. Those who are basically caused these type of diseases. So we can say housefly, mosquitoes, rats, the cockroaches, we can say. As you all know, we are just putting them outside. We don't want that mosquitoes, housefly, rats and cockroaches will move around our home, because they will spread the diseases. Now how they are spreading? For example, in my kitchen, if I am keeping food on the slab of the kitchen openly, okay, I'll keep it there. Now what will happen? The housefly can come because they are attracting towards the food, okay, the smell of the food. Cockroach can come because it is open, they will move on up. So what is happening? They are not indirectly doing any harm to the food. Now what exactly is happening? For example, we don't know housefly from where they came. They are basically surviving on the excrete, the human excrete, the animal excrete, the garbages which we are putting outside the house. They are just moving on them, and the harmful diseases, harmful microorganism can easily put on their feet, and once they will fly and once they will sit on our healthy food, they will completely infected, and those type of food will known as contaminated. Okay, now contaminated means if we will eat those food or water, so definitely we will be having those microorganisms in our body indirectly, and we will further we will just further suffering from those diseases caused by the particular microorganism. So we should keep in our mind that हम मतलब घर में जब भी हम खाना रखते हैं, we are always covering up so that no external insects can came and they will contaminate those food. So we should keep in our mind these type of diseases can be known as communicable diseases, and examples are common cold, chicken pox, cholera, measles, tuberculosis, we can say. And such control measures of housefly, mosquitoes we have to keep. Okay student, now just take out your book as well, and I am underlining such points which is very important. Page number A19, and you have to just underline it. Control measures of housefly, it is column number 1 down. Point number 1, food must be kept covered. We have to kept completely, food must be kept covered, and it should be away from the insects, where the insects cannot reach. We should give the completely ventilation, like proper lighting, proper airness in the kitchen, so that these insects will not come there. Proper sanitization should be maintained in the kitchen, isn't it? As you have seen that your whatever those who are working in the kitchen, they are keep on sanitizing, cleaning the kitchen. Garbage should be properly discharged. If we will properly put the garbage in a particular place in a covered manner, so that the flies will not take any harmful diseases from there. Okay. Now, do you know that another very famous, the female mosquito, Anopheles. As you all know, we have discussed as well female mosquito Anopheles. What exactly this female Anopheles is very responsible for the diseases known as malaria. That is why we are calling malaria is a communicable disease, because it is spread through the carrier known as mosquito, and particular mosquito name is Anopheles, and it is very harmful disease as well. So what we should control measures of mosquito, we have to mosquito breed in water basically. So water must not be allowed to filled anywhere, okay, whether it is in the coolers. As you all know that government are always giving the guidelines, don't allow the water should be stagnated in somewhere, wherever at your place might be frame will be there, so it can stagnated on your roof area. So we should keep it in our mind that water should not be stagnated, because they are surviving in the water. Okay, so spraying of kerosene oil on the surface of the water if it is stagnated, keeping the surrounding clean and dry. So please underline point number 1, 2, 3 on page number A19. So I hope this topic is clear. So let's go with the another tables. Okay. So now, as you know that on page number same, this table is given. So we have to understand, and we should know that which microorganism caused for which type of diseases, so that we should know about it in the real life, that these diseases might be happen because of this. As you all know, we are calling viral fever are going on, viral infection, viral. So which viral is related to the virus. Okay. So now here are such microorganisms: virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungi. These microorganisms can cause such diseases. Virus can cause such diseases like common cold. Okay, such type of virus can enter in our body and they can suffer us from this common cold. And chicken pox, we can say chicken pox is one of the example of the viruses. And smallpox, as we can say measles, the small mumps, like mumps, measles will come out on the small ice bumps can also are coming on the faces. Polio, rabies, these are basically the diseases can be caused through the virus. Now the second one, bacteria. As because of the bacteria can give us the disease like cholera, typhoid, as it is very trending. Nowadays typhoid is occurring because these type of bacteria which is surviving in our intestine, they are completely vanishing our appetite. They are destroying the assimilation which is happening in our intestine during the digestion process. So this is happening in the typhoid, plague as well. This is a very as the next type of the diseases. Now protozoa. Basically the protozoa is occurring because of the malaria, which is basically given by the carrier who is sending this disease, namely Anopheles, and the protozoa name is Plasmodium. Protozoa name is Plasmodium. Because of that protozoa we can suffer the malaria, and we are calling it as a communicable because the mosquito can move from one place to another. Okay, dysentery, again the body will lose up the proper water scarcity in our body, and we are having lot of motion problem. Now fungi, as we don't know that how fungus can give us any diseases. Yes, they are giving, and this type of diseases can be long lasting. Okay, like somewhere the skin, the ringworm is coming on the skin, some nails problems we are facing, somewhere the white patches are coming out. This shows that you are suffering from any fungal diseases. Okay, because mostly fungus are aerobic, so definitely this shows on the surface of the skin. Okay, so this table is clear. So now please open your book, beta. Everyone, yes, open your book, page number A20, and here it is the table number 2.3. I'm just telling you because this table is already mentioned in your book and I'm also having. So just I'm just look it over there and underline it. There are diseases basically causal organism, and mode of transmission, how they are transmitted and how we can prevent it. Like number one, cholera and typhoid, they are basically because of the bacterial, okay, bacteria diseases, and communicable through contaminated water and food, we can say. So how we can prevent it? We should sanitize our kitchen, we should clean, basically we have to keep in mind that hygiene should be there. Then tuberculosis, again it is bacterium and it can be spread through air, okay. So keep the patient and the personal belonging in complete isolation. If a person is suffering from TB, so we are keeping them aside in a particular place, because if they will cough, if they will sneeze, so definitely we can also infect it. Now hepatitis B, it's a viral disease. Now it's a viral disease and it can be occur because of the water transmission, and we should drink boiled water, and vaccination, particular injection they are provided by the medical team. Now second one is virus, again polio, chickenpox and measles are the virus because of the virus microorganism, and they can be spread through air, water and direct contact by the person. So how we can, again we can keep them in the isolation and give such vaccine. As you know, polio is given by the vaccination, chickenpox also having the vaccination, measles also having the vaccination, so that we will not survive from further diseases. Now malaria, it's a protozoal disease, and it is who is the particular transmitted carrier? Mosquito. And how we can save? We should, if wherever we are living, we should keep the place very neat and clean. Same it is happening in the animal microorganism, in animal virus, bacteria, protozoa, like foot and mouth disease in the cattle, anthrax in the cattle, as we have discussed, cowpox in the cow basically. Then sleeping sickness in the cattle, they are feeling dizziness, they are not waking up. All this happening because of the protozoal diseases. Now same, have you seen the plants? Few plants are having the leaves of the plants. If you have seen that leaf of the plants are lot of small dots like structure on their body. This shows that they are also suffering from any microorganism disease. Like virus can cause tobacco mosaic. It is basically happening because of the hands and clothing of the field workers. If they are having such things, so definitely plant will be get affected. Now insects, through insects, yellow vein mosaics like okra can happen in the bhindis, lady fingers. Bacteria, citrus canker, which is happening because of the air. And fungi, again it is because of the air and seed infection, and disease name is rust. Now here the next topic, which is again very important, you have seen sometimes we are eating such very not good food which is completely contaminated. So sometimes we are having such a stomach ache. So what exactly is that? That is, we are saying that is because of the food poisoning. So what is food poisoning? I know you are feeling so that we have done a lot of topic as well. So this is just last topic. As you all know, food poisoning. Food poisoning, something, the food which is converted into something poisonous, and then if we are consuming, so definitely we will suffer such diseases. So disease caused due to consumption of food spoiled by microorganism is known as food poisoning. How it is happening? For example, we are eating the food which is already done the yesterday, okay, and if it is not keeping in a safe preservation method, so what will happen? Few microorganisms will start to survive over there. Now what will happen if we will eat those food? So definitely they are already contaminated, so our body will get poisoned because the food has converted into poison. That is why we are calling it as a food poisoning. If we are taking it in a small manner, so we will feel, we can get such symptoms like stomach ache, we will vomit something. So if it would be very harmful if we are consuming again and again the poison food, so it may be serious illness and it may cause the death also. So we should keep in mind that we should understand that hygiene and the food should be very hygienic. We should not eat food which is outside unhygienic, and we are keep on eating it, so it may ill your body as well. So there are such body bacteria, those who are causing the food, namely Salmonella and Clostridium. Okay, they are the commonly name of the bacteria. And fungi, basically molds. You have seen such pickles common and breads commonly on the greenish parts are coming out. They are known as Aspergillus and Penicillium. They are a kind of molds. There comes under the fungi microorganism. So this much topic is clear. So Rishika, will you tell me how much what topics we have covered? We have covered basically harmful microorganisms, in which we have done communicable diseases and their through spread, how they are spreading, and then we have discussed the general instruction that if we'll keep it in mind, we can save from those diseases. Then we have discussed such tables, and then we have discussed the food poisoning. I hope this much is clear to you all. And now what is the time? Time is going to give you the homework. So take out your diaries and write down the homework. What is your homework? Homework, you just need to write harmful diseases name with microorganism. With microorganisms name. So what you have to do in it here, you just write down the list of the microorganisms, the mode of transmission, and which type of diseases we can face from this type of microorganisms. You have to do it. It is already mentioned in your book, the table. You can make it as well. So thank you so much. I hope that you have learned a lot, and we will again meet you in the next session. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Stay safe and stay at home.